Splatoon 2 has been out for well over a month now, and still the biggest question I have is, why is it okay for an Octoling to co-host an Inkopolis square with no explanation? She's an Octoling! If I remember correctly, we just came out of a war against these things, and are still in the middle of splatting these creatures to oblivion while searching desperately for our great Zapfish that they stole! She's one of the bad guys, right? And for the very minuscule portion of you who thinks she's actually an Inkling, because there are some of you who think that, here's some quick proof just so we can get this out of the way. Octoling hair has suction cups on the outside as opposed to the inside like Inklings. Also, Octolings do not have a line above their nose that connect their eyes. You can also see in Splatoon 1 when the developers randomly decided to give the Octolings eyes in an update way after Splatoon 1's release, showing that there are no connecting lines here as well. Plus, when they show Pearl and Marina's icons before the announcements, one is clearly representing a squid, while the other an octopus. Anyway, now that nonsense is out of the way, when Marina and Pearl were finally shown off for the first time right before the Splatfest world premiere, it was a huge mystery as to why an Octoling was included in the Pop Diva duo. Plus, as I said before, there was literally no explanation. Pearl never mentions it, Marie never mentions it, they don't even mention it in the single-player campaign. So how can this be? How can Marina innocently dance her heart out here alongside Pearl without any Inklings batting an eye? Well, I have a theory about the Octolings, and I've got some evidence that may support this theory. In the Splatoon 1 single-player campaign, you joined Captain Cuttlefish as Agent 3, along with Callie and Marie, Agents 1 and 2, in pursuing to take down the Octarians in order to save the great Zapfish, who in the end happened to be fish-napped by DJ Octavio. In specific scenarios during your adventure, you encountered the Octolings, and, as you know, they are very similar to Inklings in basically every way, except, of course, they are octopi instead of squids, and have an unquenching thirst for the ink of all Inklings to be sprayed all over Inkopolis. Fast forward 2 years and we arrive at the time of Splatoon 2. In this single-player campaign, you become Agent 4 this time and free the great Zapfish once again from the clutches of none other than DJ Octavio. Throughout the Splatoon 2 campaign, we are confronted again with many Octolings. These ones, however, though despite looking very similar to the Octolings in Splatoon 1, are wearing a very different pair of eyewear. Octoling boots and armor are very similar looking to the style in Splatoon 1 despite minor cosmetic differences, but the goggles have now become glasses. Why is this? I believe there's a major reason. As many of you know, and for those of you who do not, spoiler alert, Callie is the final boss of Splatoon 2. Well, actually, she's more of a hypnotized Princess Leia while Jabba over here tries to dub stomp your face in. Yes, she's hypnotized from wearing a pair of brainwashing glasses apparently given to her by DJ Octavio, who claims to have remixed her brain. No, the story of Callie doesn't go any deeper than that, despite the Squid Sister stories on the Nintendo website leading some of us to believe that perhaps there was a chance that Callie sided with DJ Octavio by choice due to the pressures of everyday pop star life. But alas, she was simply brainwashed. But those glasses look familiar? Despite not having a red dot on them, they look painfully similar to the glasses that the Octolings wear. And if DJ Octavio has brainwashed Callie with a pair of brainwashing glasses, who's to say he's not doing the same to the Octolings? I think that the developers of Splatoon changed the style of the Octoling glasses so that they would match the ones that Callie wears in the end, secretly giving us a glimpse into what may be happening with the Octolings behind the scenes.
But James, why would they match the Octoling glasses with the ones Callie wears, and not the other way around?
Excuse me, but do you think that these goggles would go well with this outfit? I don't think so. DJ Octavio has not only brainwashed Callie so that she would fight on his side, but perhaps he has also brainwashed all the Octolings. Maybe the Octolings, who seem to be far more advanced and probably more intelligent than the rest of the Octarians, wanted peace amongst Inklings and Octarian race, but DJ Octavio would have none of it. And because the Octarians are known for building flashy gadgets, DJ Octavio had them create brainwashing glasses and force the Octolings to fight for his side, and I'm convinced that that was the case in Splatoon 1 as well. Interestingly enough, you can even see a picture of Marina in one of the C-scrolls holding a pair of goggles during the final battle of the first game. Perhaps during the final battle, some Octolings were able to remove their goggles because DJ Octavio was getting his butt handed to him. Maybe that's why DJ Octavio had to make new ones.
But James, in Splatoon 1 at the end of the campaign, you receive the Octoling goggles as gear and can wear them in battle. Wouldn't that brainwash the Inklings, turning them over to the Octarian side?
Obviously a good question, but I think it can be easily refuted depending on how deep you want to go into the lore, lol. Because you can also receive replicas of your agent gear to wear in multiplayer battles, perhaps the Octoling gear is also replicated. And if that's not the case, perhaps the goggles don't work, as I mentioned 30 seconds ago, after DJ Octavio gets his butt kicked, then imprisoned in a snow globe, leaving the Inklings to dress like Octolings because hey, it's what all the cool kids were doing at the time. So, could it truly be possible that none of the Octolings are actually bad guys?
If you are bad guy, but this does not mean you're bad guy.
Perhaps everything I've mentioned points to that, and the very reason why no character has said anything about Marina being an Octoling. It may be that the fact that all Octolings are actually good guys is a widely accepted notion among all creatures in Inkopolis. So while we stare at our screens wondering why Octoling Marina has the audacity to set foot in Inkopolis Square in the first place, Marina may just be one of very few Octolings that escaped the clutches of her tyrant leader and was able to join the Inklings in friendship once again. Ah, what a happy ending. Well, for her at least. To possibly drive my point a little bit further, I guess, in the past weeks, data miners have found that there could be a possibility that we will get to play as Octolings in the future. It was found in Splatoon 2 patch 1.1.1 that the player's gender from the original Splatoon has now been replaced by a parameter called player type. And to quote an article found on pvplive.com, the link in the description, another parameter called player type shares the same values as another parameter, model type. The possible values for these parameters are Squid Girl, Squid Boy, and Oct. Near those values, we have found an additional value named Oct Boy. They go on to say that they can't exactly prove it at the moment, but we can speculate, can't we? And if so, then maybe through such an update we all can know exactly why Marina sits here with no questions asked. Because what I've laid before you today is just a theory. A game theory! Real quick, I wanted to give some credit over to Christopher Russo, one of our viewers who commented on one of our Erickson Exchange episodes, as you can see right here. His prediction of what happened to Callie, and this was before Splatoon 2 was released, mind you, really caught my attention. It got me to thinking, and thus this video was born. Hats off to you, Christopher. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like and share with your friends. And if you haven't already, do us a kindness and subscribe to Erickson Gaming, your new destination for everything Splatoon, as well as contests, discussions, countdown videos, live streaming, and much more video game content. This has been one of the two Erickson brothers. Hope to see you out on the Splatoon battlefield.